And the question is, during his first run in the WWE, who ended Curt Hennig's undefeated streak? Now, being Mr. Perfect, I didn't think he ever lost, but I'll ask him about that in a second. You can call or email your answer. There's three ways, either at 630-690-3500, extension 319, or email your response to channel.surf@broadband.att.com, or go to our network website at www.attbroadbandnetwork.com and click on the Channel Surfing with Lisa webpage. Leave your name, address, and home telephone number. 10 winners will be selected, and look at that. You can send perfection, the Mr. Perfect picture. That's just fantastic. That's a great shot.
Yeah.
Are you happy with it?
Yeah. I mean, I take WWE's judgment as good, but I didn't have any participant in that, choosing that photo. But
yeah, but I think that's a great picture.
Yeah, I've never taken a bad picture.
That's right. I forget who I'm talking to. It's Mr. Perfect. Every picture is perfect. Shame on me. I should know better. Let's talk a little bit about your short stint with the XWF. I know that you're really good friends with Brian Knobs, and Knobs, obviously, all you part of the Nasty Boys. He's also half owner, I believe, of the XWF,
yeah,
at least partial owner of it. And I know they're waiting for this whole TV deal to take place, and possibly it will be coming up maybe in the fall. At least that's what we've been told. But if by chance, we hope this doesn't happen, but if by chance the WWE releases you from your contract, would you possibly think of going back to the XWF, or would you think of going to the NWA TNA, which is Jarrett's baby?
You know what? I might just cancel out if WWE doesn't take me back in. Maybe I'm going to go cut a country album or something.
Really? That's right. He is a big country singer.
Country singer. Well, I'm all music lover, but
right.
I spend a lot of time with the country music guys, Alan Jackson, John Anderson, a lot of the guys down there, and I'm just going to go have some fun, hunt and fish, and do what I want to do. Yeah, I've been so busy throughout my life, I've never had any time off. All I've done is wrestle. So
I understand that.
Take an early retirement if I have to.
But your character is perfection. So, I mean, you can do anything when it comes to being in the ring and outside of the ring, so I'm sure they can work that whole country deal, right, in that?
Here's a little XWF stuff here.
This is the stuff that was shot, I believe it was in Milwaukee, when you guys debuted that Midwest tour that you did for the weekend. And that's some pretty big names in the XWF.
Yeah,
I mean, it was you, it was Buff, it was Vampiro.
Maybe Hogan was going to be in there.
Hogan was going to be in there, too.
And I'm still waiting for that the question to be answered of, yeah, we got TV coming up. And I've been hearing that since the beginning. And until they have TV, they're not going to get any big sponsorship or contracts out. So they need to get their TV going.
But what about Jarrett's organization? I mean, they've got, I know it's his dad that actually formed, Jeff Jarrett, right? Jerry Jarrett, who formed the organization. And they went to having pay-per-view events once a month, because I'm promoting them. And then they went to doing it every Wednesday. In July, they've got it coming up where every Wednesday they've got a pay-per-view event. Is this a possibility?
Yeah, I mean, I have a call from Jerry Jarrett. I didn't return the call, but he's tried to contact me a couple of times. So, like you said, there's certainly something I can do in the wrestling business. I've been around it all my life. I'm second-generation wrestler, and so there's always something I can manage or help in the back, or you know, I need to be a part of it for me too, because it means a lot to me. It's my life. You know, I was born and raised in the wrestling business, and I need to stay in it. You're right. You know, I mean, I'm just joking about singing and all that, you know. But I mean,
no, but that would be a good thing, though.
Yeah, but I've done singing.
You did it in the WCW. I remember.
In front of 42,000 people.
Absolutely, I remember that.
I sang the same night as Kiss did in Vegas at the MGM.
That's right.
It's not out of the question. I mean, it's wrestling.
Sure.
So anything goes. So. If I don't go back in the WWE, I'll be doing something. I guarantee you that.
Well, your dad.
I'll come back and see you once in a while on this show.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you can come back on the program.
I appreciate that.
But your dad had to be thrilled, though, when he first found out that you were going back into the WWE.
Oh yeah, my dad. Yeah, and he's not so thrilled when I got
suspended. You're just suspended. That's all we've got right now. You're just suspended.
He can't understand how that happened, but. It's all about the business and being a part of the business, that you have to understand that that's part of the business. You know, they might let you go. They don't have anything for you right now. That's great. I'm on hold then.
So anything can happen coming up in the next couple of months.
Yeah.
We're going to see you eventually. We got more XWF footage here. This was, you guys were the main event at the XWF.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no doubt about it. You were in Indianapolis first, and then you took the tour to Milwaukee, and then from Milwaukee, you went to Green Bay.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I beat this guy to death here. This poor.
But you've wrestled Vampiro before.
No.
You've never wrestled him in
No.
the WCW?
No.
Oh, see, I thought you
No,
had.
it's the first time I'd wrestled him.
Okay.
I think he doesn't want anything to do with me either.
After that match.
Chopped him up pretty good, yeah.
I bet. How about Buff? How was Buff? I heard Buff had to go through a little...
Buff's not really the stuff.
He's not really the stuff?
But,
You're going to say that on television that he's not really the stuff?
Don't chop him. Don't chop me. Don't. He screams it out. He bruises easy.
Does he?
Like a banana, you know.
Oh, come on. You guys are wrestlers, for God's sakes. But you had a good time. You really had a good time with that event.
See, that smile, that's a big smile. I've always had a good time.
Well, talk a little bit about the WWE, and you had made a mention already about Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
But you also had a couple of the other guys, and I believe, was it Randy Orton? That's
yeah.
Also...
He's an up-and-coming kid that's, he's a big kid. He's 6'5". He's 250 pounds already. He's just 21 years old. And he's a third-generation, actually, wrestler. His grandfather and his dad, Bob Orton Jr.
Okay, that's right.
And, you know, there's always something special about a second-generation wrestler. I don't know what, but there's something. And
Perfection?
he's going to be a great one. Yeah, he's going to be a great one. Randy Orton, Lesnar,
Seems
they're
like
the two names that are going to push right to
the
the top.
up-and-comers.
Yeah,
okay, then I've got to ask you this question. Because you are so good with the wrestlers, the rookies, if I may say, what is the possibility of actually managing them? Because I think you'd be an excellent manager. I remember when you managed Triple H for that short period of time. And Ric Flair.
Ric Flair to the WWF title at the time was WWF. So,
right.
So I've done that also.
Would you do it again?
Yeah.
I mean, do you enjoy that? Because actually you would be getting more mic time if you did manage.
I've had my schooling from the greats like Bobby the Brain Heenan, Mean Gene Okerlund. These are guys, my father and Nick Bockwinkel, all the AWA stars, that they were my coaches and my trainers. So
right.
They passed it on to me. I'm going to pass it on to guys like Brock and Randy. Not only guys like that, to everybody.
Sure.
We got to get wrestling back on the map, and I mean wrestling where it says wrestling on the board instead of this. It's turned pretty much into a cartoon. I think it's my own personal opinion, and I'm here to straighten it back out again.
Well, good. Well, I remember. I was there, for goodness sakes. When you came into town, we went to an independent, the PCW, Pro Championship Wrestling, because good friends of yours, the Road Warriors, were there. And we have footage from that. Of course, Curt walks in, and everybody flocks to him because they see Mr. Perfect, because he just stands out. Nice tan, blonde hair. Everybody came up to you, blue eyes, came right up to you. Got to mention it all.
There's my buddies.
And there you are, Hawk and Animal.
Oh, that guy's out there.
And of course, you've given a hard time to the fans, as you normally do, but they love it. They absolutely
Well, everybody
love it.
remembers the Road Warriors. I mean, look, he tried to kiss me. You see that?
Yeah, I did see that opening. But no, it was actually a really good time, and it was nice to see how many, well, at least you got to see firsthand how many wrestling fans there really are out there.
In the Chicagoland.
They love professional wrestling, whether it be independent, whether it be WWE, the former companies, WCW, ECW. It's hardcore out here, and they love it.
Yeah, I think it's like that a lot around the country, but here in Chicagoland, the Midwest, it really is really popular.
It's very popular,
and
sure.
this is where I had my upbringing in the business, and man, I love it. I'm all for it.
And you can't go anywhere. You can't go anywhere without being recognized.
No, but it's fun at the same time. I love it, yeah.
You gotta love that.
Alcohol-induced, of course.
Stop with the alcohol already.
Well, tell them to stop. That's the internet. Those people from the internet.
You only had a couple beers. You guys were having a good time on the plane. One thing led to another, and boom. Everything got a little out of hand. And everything got over-exaggerated, in case any of you were reading all the rumors that were taking place on the internet. But now you heard it firsthand right here.
And if you can't trust Mr. Perfect, who can you trust?
Who can you trust? All right, well, we are actually going to give you one more chance at answering the Mr. Perfect Trivia Contest to win an autographed picture of perfection. The question is, during his first run in the WWE, who ended Curt Hennig's undefeated streak? So you can call all the information, email your response to the network, or directly to me at channel.surf@broadband.att.com. But I have to ask you, because, I didn't ask you this a little earlier, how do you lose being Mr. Perfect? And that's the picture that you're going to win right here, the picture of perfection. But you can't give us the answer to this question, obviously, because everybody's got to call in. But that had to be a fluke.
Yeah.
That you lost this huge winning streak.
I think it was a conspiracy.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. I think that jealousy or something come into play there, and some foul play, some foreign objects, something.
You were knocked out cold, right? That's how you got. That had to be how it happened.
Yeah, right? I don't remember it.
I don't think so. It's been wonderful having you on the show.
Thank you,
See,
Lisa.
30 minutes go by so fast.
I appreciate that.
And we heard everything right here from Mr. Perfect, and we're hoping that WWE is smart enough and that they don't release you from your contract because we want to see him back in the ring, right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
A good chance of it.
I think so.
All right.
Plus, you've got a lot to do still with Brock, as well as Randy and these up-and-comers when it comes to the experience that they need to be excellent professional wrestlers in the business.
Very good.
Absolutely. Well, you know what happens at the end of this show.
Okay, you ready?
First off, I want to thank, of course, Mr. Perfect for being on. And then I'm Lisa Prati, obviously with Channel Surfing with Lisa. And of course, at the end of this show, we always say, keep riding the wave. So here we go. Ready?
Ready.
Take care, you guys, and keep riding the wave.
Yep.